Hey guys, welcome to my video. In today's video, we're going to go over the foreclosure defense lawsuit package, the premium package that we have on sale right now for $1,500. We're going to show you the value in that package, but before we get started on all of that, today's video is brought to you guys by Rode. This is Video Production Evolved, the ultimate all-in-one content creation tool. The Rodecaster Video is the first in its class to seamlessly blend comprehensive video and audio production into one single compact device, offering unmatched flexibility, switching, mixing, processing, recording, and streaming multiple videos and audio sources all at once. I can say it. Come on, coach, you got this. All at once. It's the perfect centerpiece for any content creation setup. Now, these guys contacted me about collaborating, and I'm excited about it. I can't wait to see how their equipment looks. And Rose.com, you guys have video production needs or any of they're fire. They are fire. Get over there and check them out. Rose.com. Tell them that Coach Neighbors sent you. Okay, so let's get on what we can talk about for real over here, because we're making a difference. Everybody working together, the real-time feedback that we're getting from all of the people in the program. So if you guys are watching this, you understand what we're going to be talking about right here in front of your home, and the sheriff's notice is nailed to your front door. Your family's scared, and the bank already lined up to steal everything that you work so hard for. You know, every attorney that you call wanted $10,000 just to sit down and talk to you. And the court system feels like it's rigged and they're all against you. It feels like they all understand what needs to be done without them talking or saying the words, like they done it before. That's where I once was. That's why I built this business, and these documents that we're using, they're built off of the real-time feedback from people that have the courage to stand up. This isn't just about saving your house. It's about saving your dignity, your rights, your future. And I'm going to show you exactly how we do that. Foreclosure is not about mispayment. It's about fraud. Attorneys fake documents. The judges run administrative courts and ignore the Constitution and obviously your rights. The prosecutors and attorneys hide behind corporate fiction, and you're left holding the bag. Families are torn apart. Marriages collapse under the stress. Children are uprooted from schools and communities. Some of them have to stay with other family members without staying with their parent, all because of fraudulent conveyance, paperwork tricks that nobody ever explained to you. You know, I used to box and I played football when I was young. I used to box, and that's why we do this little thing, like what we do right now. I like doing it this way, and a lot of people feel comfortable, so we're going to keep doing it that way. So we don't play defense. We do not play defense. Most people play defense. That's what the conventional system requires, that you play defense and go in and do all of their stuff. We don't do that. They beg for modifications. They file objections or try to slow down. You know, they file an appeal. Defense doesn't win fights. Offense is what wins fights. Having punching power, having the power to punch and the knowledge to know when and where to do the punching. Every filing is a punch, uppercut, a hook, a body shot. Everyone hits the system where it hurts. Jurisdiction, fraudulent deeds, false claims, fraudulent concealment, fraudulent conveyance. We can just fraudulent all over the place right now. Hidden rules. Yeah, you know, you can go to my YouTube and search my story, and you can pull up the videos talking about my story. When I stopped trusting bar members and start adding them to their, everything changed. Once we learned how to sue these people, everything changed. The other side didn't know how to respond. They did not know how to respond to the Mike Tyson hooks and punches that they were taking. Suddenly, I was the plaintiff. I was demanding sanctions, and then one day I wanted to say, like, well, can you shut down the court's money? Well, it took me more than a couple of days, but yeah, you can. We have a temporary restraining order that freezes the federal funding going to the state. Under the spending clause, in the Constitution. People look at my program and they're like, oh, I don't know, can you do that? No, those people can't because they don't try. They already gave up over there before they even got over here to the gate. Now, the foreclosure defense lawsuit package used to be the mortgage fraud package, except it's beefed up a little more, okay? But the point is, well, we couldn't market it that. I wanted to call it the RICO foreclosure. We have a RICO lawsuit in there. We also have real estate defraud lawsuit in there. You got 2 lawsuits in this package. You can sue them whatever you want to. This is in theory. You get real legal documents and you have to save the file clean so that you can use it when you start your legal coaching business, teaching other people how to get this done. Remember, copy and paste them. Save the original clean. We start out with the counterclaim. That's what the information dictate that we need to do from the real-time feedback. Now, we going with the counterclaim, but before you whip out the counterclaim, you want to make sure you add the state, you add the judge, and you add whatever attorneys are involved. And if you're in the eviction process, then you want to leave it to the eviction people and separate that. You have to watch the videos how to do that. Okay, you come in with the counterclaim, you add them to the counterclaim as plaintiffs to their own stuff, and you file it in state court. That's how we crush the state court. One of the ways, we got several ways, bam, a punch in the state court in the face. We ain't going in asking the judge for nothing. We don't answer to them. We don't do any of that. You ain't going to win. To win means the judge has to give you some stuff and all of that. That shit ain't never going to happen. And besides, you're suing the damn judge because the judge is getting paid by the state to help them. The state's the one trying to stealing your property, trying to steal your property if you're in this program. State's the one, and the state's paying the judge. It's not a conflict of interest. So now, and this is something you guys can do even if you're not using my documents. You add the parties to their own action using the counterclaim. You just add them as plaintiffs. Now, if it was a long time ago or they try to say you're out of time, just add your fraudulent concealment doctrine, this federal document that tolls the statute of limitations. Add the fraudulent concealment doctrine right to the front of the 42 U.S.C. 19. And yeah, if you do a counterclaim, you can change it, put whatever you want on it. $200 million, you counterclaiming for all this stuff that you're going to be filing in federal court for. That's what we do. That's one of the ways that we shut down the court process. It's simple. You just add their own assets to their own shit. Bam! I wonder why attorneys didn't tell you could do that. Can you do that? Okay, coach, stop bragging. Okay, here you go. We have attorneys that, that's just the beginning of their issues that they're going to have. Because we use federal case law in all of the stuff that we prepare. You can file higher court case law in lower courts. Okay, but here's the problem. The state players cannot respond to federal case law with using statutes and codes. Nope. And some people don't really understand this. That alone jams up the state court process. They can't respond to federal case law with statutes and codes. They don't have a federal bar card, so they can't have that. That's a check down. Bam! Yeah. Okay, so once you get them stopped, then you're ready to head over to federal court and file your lawsuit over there against these fools. But before you do that, you need to make sure that you get a certified copy of the entire state court docket sheet to take with you over to federal court to verify that they're violating your due process. Oh, they didn't answer it or nothing. If they did, they put a bunch of crap in there. Now, if you get that certified file to take over to federal court with you, now they can't add nothing to cover up their asses because, it's... And then in this package, I also added, upgraded this, okay? This has been upgraded. We also added the RICO document, foreclosure offense RICO document. It's on the website. I think it's like $500 by itself. And we added some more stuff. Since this is the premium package for foreclosure defense, I wanted to call it offense, but it wasn't fitting in with the keywords and the scheme of things, so I'm stuck with this. All right, but you know what? It can still be fire because it's still fire. So we also added the notice of conveyance package. Yeah, the one that clouds your title. The notice of conveyance package. It has a notice of conveyance, a notice of less pendants. It has the eviction counterclaim and the federal federal eviction lawsuit. That package was structured in the beginning for people that are facing the eviction situation or are being evicted. Now they can cloud the title on their own house or the house they stole from them to stop their buyers from moving forward. Or I know, whatever you want to call it, okay? And then after we got that all worked up, it turns out that this is the best defense. Oh, I done some research and found out that title insurance is a scam because it's offered by the same people that they're sent, and all it does is protect them, and they make you pay for it. So you're paying for your own foreclosure situation. No, it ain't funny, coach. This is what's funny. For $99, you can cloud your own title. If everybody clouded their title, would that be a whole bunch of $99? Oh, no. No, stay focused, coach. Sorry, stay focused. It's not about, okay, it is a little, okay? $99, cloud your own title. And make them go sit down because they ain't going to want to mess with all that. And then when you cloud the title, you're clouding it because of the fraud that cost them. And then at some point, you want to get your deed out of their office. All right. You also get the federal loss. Okay, so when you get to federal court, I would be telling the federal court judge, your shit, judge. Okay, just call him judge. I don't do the your honor shit. Yeah, I ain't doing that. But I'll call him judge, judge. And I would say, judge, I'm going to demand, and it's written right on the document, settlement conference. You're demanding a settlement conference. And you're demanding a settlement conference because those fools couldn't respond to anything you filed in state court. Here's your file showing your certified copy. They could not respond to anything that was filed in state court, and they didn't. And if they did, it was BS. They can't respond because you can't respond with, they could not because they can't respond to federal case law and federal acts, which are their criminal liability that we're bringing to the table. They can't respond with statutes. And when we get to this federal level, they still can't respond because they don't have a federal bar card. Y'all asses call it a license, okay? We just call it a bar card. They don't have a federal bar card, and they can't represent themselves. They're parties to the case. They can't litigate the case they're party to. They can't represent each other they can't go right on down if you know what you're doing. Do the check down, and why have to work so hard? And this is what we're learning from the real-time feedback from everybody. How to do the check down. And I tell people to, do this, I tell a federal judge, you just need to order their ass to a settlement table, okay? Because, they can't argue anyway. And it ain't likely they're going to get a federal, come in here because federal court, they roll off a 98% conviction rate. So you got to kiss their ass and give up. Ain't nobody doing that over her. They already found that shit out. Okay, so you just tell them. And people tell me, Coach, you're crazy. I know. He's just gonna dismiss it. I know he's gonna dismiss it. They're all gonna dismiss it. All the judges are gonna dismiss your shit if they can. We'll just go for the sake of this conversation. And we're gonna say that the judge is gonna dismiss it. I'm already telling you he's gonna dismiss it. I'm stuck here with the dismissing thing because I'm just gonna stay here for a minute. All right, this is what I do know. When the judge dismisses it, he or she is not going to provide a finding of facts and a conclusions of law. Those are two things that you have to have in a judicial setting to be able to file an appeal. I had someone just tell me last week, the judge dismissed their appeal stuff and ignored them. That's all a bunch of crap. Anything on the state level is crap. And anything on federal level could stink if you don't hold their asses to the fire. So, if the judge is not going to, so now the judge is, or maybe they send you with the magistrate judge who doesn't have judicial authority to be involved in anybody's case unless they have consent from all parties. Oh, so what are you doing that violates you? Well, I don't know, file a supplemental pleading, add the judge to it. All right. They're going to continue to violate you until you keep punching them in the face. Force them to visualize shared liability. Something. I don't even worry about the latter. I just like to keep punching them in the face. You know what I mean? Each one is designed to be filed in sequence to stop the foreclosure process and, force the settlement. And at the end of the road here, okay, the thing is you get your deed out of their office. Well, the first thing is stay in your house. The second thing is to get your deed out of their office. And then if you got some other things after that, you can handle that. after you get your deed out of their office. Oh, but we need you to sign. No. The only thing I'm going to sign is back of that check, y'all. Matter of fact, I just deposited that shit in straight into my bank account. I ain't signing nothing. The way we got this set up now, the opening uppercut flips the knockout blow, the fraudulent conveyance, the notice of fraudulent itself is the knockout, because now you make your own property toxic, so they can't move in and get this stuff done and do all this stuff in a hurry, because they got to hurry up, so they start paying the state back. And then we got the RICO statutes, tie everything together in the conspiracy, and you got 2 lawsuits in here. Like, let's take a look at that. The final haymaker demands $200 million. Oh wait, these aren't defenses, these are attacks. Okay, these are serious punches that you're going to be, and I know you felt powerless. Okay, I said felt because I know you can't be feeling powerless right now. Okay, you might be thinking about it, or you're getting, come on, work with me here. Once you read these and hold these legal documents in your hand, you'll feel the shift in the power. And I'm gonna throw that on the table. And one of the biggest reasons is because you understand what the hell we're doing. It's not gonna sound like a bunch of whatever. You understand. You realize now that you have an option and the power and the weapons that you need to do the TKO on their fraudulent system. Now, I don't really like knocking people out, but we got what you need to do that. I like to beat them slow and make them give the hell up. That's how I put this together. But not everybody likes that drama. So when they get knocked down, do your kicking. There ain't no rules in here. Y'all have seen that. They try to make you follow the local rules that they come up with at each location that aren't connected to the Constitution and not connected to anything except their pocketbook. Every day you wait, the other side gains ground. And I have people tell me, oh, well, no. The only reason, if you're not doing what you need to do in the non-conventional side, the only reason they're coming to you because they ain't got to you yet. They'll get there. The longer you wait, the more ground they record fraudulent deeds. They line up auctions. People don't even know their property is being auctioned. They prepare the sheriff to remove your ass off the property and throw your shit out on the curb. Don't give them the time to do that. It's on sale for $1,500. Oh wait, I marked it down to $1,200. Dang it. I marked it down to $1,200 and I beefed it up. So y'all tell me who the hell does that? I marked it down to $1,200 and I beefed it up. Every punch, every strategy, plus one-on-one coaching to show you how to use it. This is a fraction of what an attorney charges for a single meeting, and this puts you in control, and you get to enjoy. And this is what I tell people: you get in my program, you do the stuff the way that we have it lined out from the real-time feedback, and my guarantee is you're gonna have fun. All right, you're gonna start having some fun seeing these people sweat. You don't have to hand your home over, your memories, your family's future to these attorneys doing this shit. You don't have to. You can make their asses tap out. It starts right here. Chunk the fear at the curb and let's go. Yep, let's go. Get that sanction for $3.5 million. The demand for sanctions or the demand to strike or, oh wait, yeah, first off, you want to go ahead and make your property toxic so these fools don't want to mess with it. Oh yeah, and then, if they want to play around, then you can foreclose on them and have all those property deeds. Yeah, that's my dream, to do that someday and give everybody back their properties like Robin Hood. No, wait. Y'all got to pay something. Okay, so I'm going to be requiring y'all listen up now. I'm going to be requiring a video review. How happy you are. Okay. So, you get the sanction, you're going to be doing some punching here. Don't let fear take everything that you love and work for. Don't let the fear do that. Click below, get the patches, and let's step in the ring. Let's go. It's been upgraded. Here, what this puppy looks like, you can see this package here. So if you're in foreclosure, you're likely already experiencing stress, fear. If you're going to be in foreclosure, a lot of them are very expensive. This package is the best package that I have for this problem.